Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Cataclysm of Hyrule session. Um, I am the creator and GM of the campaign, Puck Finn, and before we get started tonight, we're just going to go over a couple of announcements. We'll do our introductions, and we'll get down to it. So, of course, first and foremost, we're going to mention our Discord server. Our moderator Lido is doing a wonderful job, as always, of posting our links in chat. So for those who are not viewing us live, the links to our Discord as well as Linktree and other things can be found on our homepage, on our Twitch homepage. And really, so kind of like the purpose that I always like to mention for the Discord server is it's being built as the intention of being a kind of all-encompassing community for many things within the tabletop role-playing community. It is not something that is specifically created for this campaign or for D&D specifically, but meant to encompass all things, as said. So, with that, I'm not going to go into too much detail about what the Discord server encompasses tonight, as we usually do that at the beginning of our broadcasts. So rather, I'm going to focus on a couple of other things. So, alternate weeks, when we are not doing our campaign broadcast, we do a chat broadcast. And during the events of the chat broadcast, we often discuss a number of things. We talk about things that are happening in the campaign, things that are happening in the community, as well as last week we spent a notable amount of time divulging things about our gaming system that's being created. So a lot of work is being put into that. I'm very happy and proud about the progress that's coming along. The Discord server, for anyone who's interested, is being utilized for a type of think tank. There is a Discord channel. If that's something that you would like to contribute to, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I will get you into that channel. This past week, we have been having, or still having, a discussion about the crit mechanic and how it can be better utilized within this gaming system. So there's lots of things to talk about, lots of things to kind of go over, and it really is a lot of fun. So again, if you'd like to be a part of that, feel free to reach out to me. One of the I've spent a lot of time talking about Cobalt Press and Project Black Flag, but I would also like to put the attention onto something else momentarily, because many people by now know what has sparked this shift in the tabletop role-playing community. Simply put, it was an overreaching and a large act of unjustifiable greed by Wizards and their parent company Hasbro. So a lot of people who are very familiar with the functions of various tabletop games have begun to create their own mechanics, not unlike we are doing here and not unlike Cobalt Press is doing within Project Black Flag. So I just want to give a quick plug, because another person who has been working on it, on their own personal mechanic, and it's something of personal interest to me, because when I was kind of reaching out to the community to learn how to play, and I was just absorbing things like a sponge, anything that I could possibly find, I came across this channel. And I learned a lot about 5e mechanics and classes, and I really like the way that this channel kind of broke things down and made it very very palatable for me. So now they are working on their own mechanic, or their own gaming system called Cloudbreaker Alliance. So if you're on YouTube now, or if you find yourself on YouTube at some point, I very highly recommend you search the YouTube channel Don't Stop Thinking. It's an excellent channel. Even as I've become more adept in doing what I do, I still find myself um, not so much looking for learning how to do things, but I still find their content very well put together and very well informative and creative, and I just really enjoy it. So it's a good channel. Definitely check it out. And yeah, that's what I would prefer to use my allotted intro time for tonight. So again, the YouTube channel Don't Stop Thinking, and they are creating a tabletop gaming system called Cloudbreaker Alliance. It's very interesting, and I look forward to seeing how it develops. So, a little bit of recap for tonight. The last session, we're still in Death Mountain. We have migrated from from Goron Village to the entrance to Dodongo Cavern. Our party has met with some familiar. I say familiar when I say familiar NPCs at this point. Just to elaborate, the many of the NPCs in this campaign, because of the events of the prologue, continue to exist, but don't often have memories, excuse me, of their specific interaction with specific party members. So when our party members meet these NPCs, from the NPC standpoint, more often than not, these NPCs don't have any recollection of these players. And this, one of the NPCs, it resulted in a very emotional moment for Deacon, who I'm going to speak specifically on the Goron NPC known as Romeo. In Deacon's campaign, Romeo was an NPC that was introduced that I think I've spoken about a number of times in great length. So the time that Romeo and Deacon spent together traveling had a lot, gave a lot of opportunity for growth for the both of them. They meshed very well. They really had a strong bond between them. So after the events of the prologue, where so many things have changed, Deacon has retained those memories, and Romeo has not. So, but I will say that Romeo has endured a much happier life than he has in previous iterations of the campaign. For one big thing is he's no longer orphaned because of the events that took place during the prologue, and yeah. So whenever anything kind of significant happens like that, whenever I reintroduce an NPC, whenever I um, come across a point where there would be any type of conflicting memories, I will often just kind of take a moment during gameplay and often talk about things in a very similar format to what I'm doing right now. So I know that there is a ton of in-game lore in this campaign, since this campaign has been running for so long. So I don't expect the newer viewers and or players who are coming in to fully grasp what's going on. So I think as a GM and the creator of the campaign, it is my responsibility to bring up the people up to speed in pertinent information. So if you're ever watching this broadcast and something kind of doesn't make sense, I recommend that you give it a moment, see if it, if it comes up in conversation. But if it doesn't, because sometimes things are a bit expansive, and taking enough time to really flush it out would be a bit immersion breaking. when things like that happen, I will often take time to discuss those things in our chat sessions on the alternate week. So one of the things about the chat sessions that I find most beneficial is that it gives me much more, excuse me, it gives me, the format is designed to give much more face-to-face time. I can spend more time looking at chat. I can answer questions more directly. It's really, for those people who have become vested in the campaign, it's a really great thing to have a better understanding of it. So, and also various other things happen. So, one of the things that we do is, this actually circles back to our Discord server, because one of the things that we try to do often is we try to find our way to incorporate as many things into as many other things that we're doing as possible. So right now we have, our Linktree, our Twitch stream, our YouTube channel, our Discord server, and we try to kind of integrate those things into each other as much as possible. So last week, 2 weeks ago, as the most recent episode was loaded onto our YouTube channel on our Discord server, I put a very quick question out there, and the person who answered the question was able to receive 100 coins from our Discord server loot shop. And very simply, that question was, who was in the thumbnail of our most recent episode? And the correct answer was the princess, the Goron princess, Juliet. So, congratulations on winning that 100 coins. And we will in the future continue to do various things like that. It might not necessarily be something on our Discord server. It might be something on any of our platforms. So it is beneficial to stay up to date with as much as possible. But that being said, we're going to turn it over to our players, and we are going to give them a heartfelt hello and delve into the campaign. Yes, okay. I always get so excited when the cameras work when I transfer over. So, how you doing, Gully?
Doing quite well.
Welcome back.
Ready to bash some in as usual.
Love the background.
Thank you. Yay, Discord.
Yes, and next we have Deacon. How you doing, Deacon?
Me doing very well too. You're looking forward to lots of mischief in the Dodongo's Cavern. If there are any left, can't wait to throw things up. Going to be very fun.
Yes, I am very excited to reveal what is in Dodongo's Cavern.
Yes.
And next we have Lito. How you doing, Lito?
I'm doing okay. Just having Wolverine, pop up a little bit.
Very nice touch. And of course we have our newest member of the team, Afine. How are you doing, Afine?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Wonderful, welcome. All right. So, as previously stated, our party has ventured to the entrance to Dodongo Cavern. Given the size, shape, and depth of Dodongo Cavern, not much can be seen. However, through a perception check, it is noted that there is a smell of rotting flesh or meat coming out from the entrance to the cavern. When our heroes had previously entered Dodongo Cavern, they have, during the prologue, they completely cleared it, with the exception of one bipedal Dodongo. So the check was not successful enough to determine what the smell of the meat was, and let's just kind of like delve right into it and see what's going on. So before I switch it over to the Dodongo Cavern screen, once you enter the cave, I will be doing that. But I guess what is everyone's first thoughts as they stand at the entrance to the cave?
Well, we did have stuff that we did.
Did I miss something?
Entered.
Oh, you had some prepping
in our notes.
Where? Oh, that over here in the.
Well, no, if you go back into the
Discord
Roll20 server, on Roll20.
No, Roll20. Roll20.
You put a little message of what we were doing before we entered.
Oh, hold on. I think I need to switch this over to the other thing. What did I call the note?
No, it's just in the chat bar.
No, it's just in the general chat, in the chat bar.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me see.
Ifine had a role to investigate foot traffic. Lido was
okay, I see it.
Doing things to the entrance. Yeah.
Okay, so we have Deacon has cast 2 spells to prep for it. Armor Vagathus and Mirror Image. Lido is crafting algae at the entrance. And okay, so we're going to start off with a roll for perception to detect life. Gully is pep talking Romeo, and Ifine is going to investigate the foot traffic outside the cave. Okay. So, nothing to mention is Romeo has kind of become enamored with the chief's daughter, Juliet. So, Romeo kind of runs a tent, and as much of the Gorons do in this campaign, they lack a sense of adventure, and Romeo feels that if the party is to let him go with them, that he too might have a story which could help to win over the princess. So Romeo has been fed stories his whole life of his father's acts of heroism in Dodongo Cavern. To the viewers, none of that ever happened. They were tall tales. Romeo's father was at the entrance to Dodongo's Cavern, but neither Chief Link nor any of the Gorons had entered into the cavern. The cavern was cleared out by Deacon, Lido, and 2 other players who are not currently here. So, okay. So in Lido's perception check of 13, I will say that you can hear some muffled voices kind of coming in deep from the cave, but the way that the sound kind of bounces off of the inside of the cave, and given how deep they are, it's tough to tell even what language is being spoken. But given the simple syntax of the conversation, you can tell that it is some form of intelligent life.
Okay.
And then, Athene, a give me a nature check for the footprints.
I
Okay,
give you guidance.
thank you. What level is your guidance?
Guidance is just a D4 extra.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I always like to double check.
No worries.
Okay. You do notice some kind of like shuffled footprints, but it's difficult to tell how many, and it appears that the footprints are possibly bipedal.
Huh.
All right. So, Gully, your pep talk. Wait. Okay, there he is. So as you stand at the entrance and these investigations are going on, you kind of turn to Romeo and you notice that he is a little bit shaken. He is a little bit nervous. He had previously believed, much as many of the Gorons do, that this cave was completely uninhabited. So he thought that he was going into this kind of not really worrying about much. But with the foot tracks and the smells and the voices coming out of the cave, Romeo now feels that he's not quite sure what he has voluntarily gotten himself into. How do you handle this?
Romeo. This will be definitely a good boon in your favor. You'll get yourself in the history books here, garner a little favor with the princess, and get some ideas on what you can actually make for her. We've got a good color scheme for you. You did hear when I asked her what she likes, right?
Yeah. She likes flowers and nice smelling things and stones and she likes flowers. We're gonna stick to flowers.
Right. Did you forget the colors already?
No, yes, but no. Now I remember. It's pink and yellow. But she really likes the fire flowers.
Yes. So, putting your crafting skills to work, you're going to make her what?
Well,
did you forget this already?
I was gonna make her gloves, but now I'm making her like a headband, like a circlet. Cause
I thought you were gonna make her some armor, but okay, if you want to go that route.
Well, yeah, because
I think if you made her a personalized, suit of armor, maybe put some fire flowers on it, I think that might go a long way. She wants to be adventurous.
I mean, she does kind of have an adventurous personality. You know what? It's worth the effort. It's worth the effort.
Yes, it is.
And I'm not going to put any poetry inscriptions on it. I'm not.
No poetry. No. Get that out of your head.
No.
I don't want to hear you speak of poetry ever again, unless you're reading it from a book that you did not write.
Understood.
Okay.
But
okay, good. All right.
But we'll make it out of this.
So now, you will make it out of this. Come on, my boy. We got this. Do you see this group of people before you? Come on, let's go get your name in the history books.
All right. And he kind of like holds himself up, and his posture returns, and he's still kind of standing towards the back a bit. He's definitely not going to be the one to charge in, but he's okay with this.
No. We definitely don't want you to go up front.
No.
We
All right.
don't want you in the back either. So just kind of stick behind me, close, okay?
All right. Sounds good. I mean that's you're a big guy carrying a big shield, and I think we can make this work.
You know what? I tell you what, just kind of hang around Ifine. Just in case something, comes up on me quite quickly in the front. I don't want it to be able to also reach out and touch you. So yeah, just kind of stick close to Ifine.
Okay. Can do. All right. So you find yourselves at the entrance to the cave.
Deacon is holding his nose and he's saying, "Wow, can't believe this place got even stinkier. Last time it already stinky, and now it extra sad. Not sure how
Well,
anybody stepped.
the thing is, we can either go in and it be stinky, or I can create little things that way you can put under your nose. But then if we have to do any like smell things or anything like that, we're not going to be able to smell it.
Oh, true. I guess we have
Oh,
to deal
looks
with
like it's been cleared out already, people.
Oh no, that was all us.
Let me clean this up the moment it comes up for me. I'm still sitting on a
That's
loading
the
screen.
only guy we left. I found her.
All right. So let me clear this out a bit.
just like old times.
Yeah. Okay. So I still have my
Oh my
second.
god, I forgot I got sandwiched over there. God,
Mm-hmm.
that was. Ooh.
Let me see. My secondary screen is still uploading. Let me try to refresh it, see if that helps.
This was fun.
Yes. So
That was
okay.
awesome.
So while this is loading for me, I'm going to just kind of there it goes. I'm going to start narrating. Okay, so you come into the first kind of room. Prior to, as many of you would know, there is a bridge that you guys can see, and this bridge is often non-functioning. But at the main entrance, you really can't see it. But most of you know what to anticipate. So you come into the main part of the first room, and you can see that there are the foot tracks traveling deeper into it, and there's honestly not much there. You're still unable to locate the notice of the smell, but once you enter into the first part of the cave, the voices start to become a little bit more they start to take a little bit better of a shape. You can tell that they're actual words. So, while you find yourself in this first room, what would you like? Would you like to do anything before delving further in?
I turn to the party and say, sneaky sneaky or zoomy zoomy.
Also, don't forget, they tend to, burrow. So even if we're sneaky, they could pop up. So
True. Good point. Maybe we go quickly. See if let's see. Anything you think we should do to prepare? Not sure. What let's check.
look, Gully's the military guy. How would you, go through this? Last time we just kind of walked.
Yeah. Got anything in mind?
Well, then we should probably just walk through again. How'd it go for the last time you were here? What was in here?
bunch of Dodongos. They kind of sneaky themselves. There were lots and lots. I think we got like 20, 30 hearts. Lost count. Not really sure.
Did
But by end
you
of it,
sneak through here? Did you just kind of walk through?
well, we walked through here, and then in next room after bridge, there were a bunch of little babies, so we just kind of went through there. And then there was like tunnels after that. So when we went through the tunnels, we managed to use little choke point for some parts of it, and yeah, that kind of how we did it in the first go around.
Also, so that way you guys know if you fight one, they breathe fire, and when they die, they explode. So don't like stand clumped up in front of them, and when they die, just bear.
Oh wow! Well, you know that. I guess I'm gonna be taking a lot of fire damage, huh?
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So,
We got toasty, but we healed up along the way, so.
things that we know about Dodongos versus what we don't know about them. We know that they do explode when they die. We know that they have that they are cannibalistic, and it is the cannibalism that kind of ignites their evolution from a baby Dodongo to a bipedal Dodongo to a king Dodongo. There we go. So once... there we go. Okay. So what we don't know about them is how they reproduce. So that I feel is one of the bigger potential points that this party does not know what they're getting into. Since the last time they were here, they did leave one Dodongo surviving. So there is no way of telling what had happened to that Dodongo. But given what we've taken in thus far, it seems to be something different inside. So, would the party like to proceed?
Nah,
How dark
we
is
should
it?
go back to town. We came all the way here for nothing. Let's go.
No.
I guess the question is,
Of course.
what is the marching
Let's
order?
go.
Because we are coming up to a choke point. So once we get into that choke point, what is the marching order? Actually, you know what?
All right, I'll do it.
Before we establish marching order, I would like to establish fresh initiatives for the session. So let me clear these initiatives out. And then we can re-roll. All right, roll away.
I'd got to do that.
All right, so we had
Wait, we still need Romeo.
point. Yep, I'll take care of Romeo. No worries. Gully. Deacon. Deacon, you want to give me one for Chimkin just in case?
Ooh, okie doke. Sound good. Here. It's up to left over. +2. She got a 21. Very aware. Sharp. Hawk.
21. All right. All right, I got everybody there. And I need Romeo's, which I'll just need.
I mentioned to the party that thankfully this cave probably not mile deep, so if we need if anybody's at the entrance, since you can't fit in here, she'll keep watch so we don't have to worry about people coming behind us.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Brilliant.
Smart thinking.
How you got?
Chimkin makes an excellent watchtower.
Mm-hmm.
An excellent blockade.
Very true.
All right. Okay, so we have initiative up and establishing marching order. Who's first?
Yeah,
Let
I'll
me
take
ask
it.
this. Ikun, do you remember if it was really dark inside and we had to create light or not?
Yeah, I had to use me dark vision last time I was in here. That lets
Okay.
me usually good.
So I'm just going to produce flame and have a little flame above my finger as I walk. I can't see in the dark.
So rather than me resetting the fog of war for darkness, as you guys come in, when and if you come across something within your field of view, I will make it aware.
Okay.
I have 60 feet just to go over that again.
All right.
Effine is also going to reach down, pluck a pebble off the floor, and toss it up twice before casting light on it.
Nice.
Sounds good. All right. So the party is well illuminated. And who goes first?
Gully, do you want
I
to
will
head
go
first?
first.
Nice.
All right.
I'll follow right behind Gully.
I'll put Gully up to the corner, and then Deacon behind. And who is next?
I look at Romeo.
And he looks at you, and he's like, and he goes, "I'm standing next to Afine," and he kind of like positions himself in front of her.
Fine, I'll go.
All right, and then so we come to the marching order. So Gully, as you come around the corner, the first thing that you notice is that the bridge has been completely repaired. So in just about every iteration of this campaign, the bridge itself has been, whenever it came into any form of, when it came time to be fixed, the all parties kind of gave it almost a makeshift repair, as well as having a mechanic where they could lower the bridge to a non-functioning position if needed be. So the fact that you are coming across a fully repaired bridge is definitely something to take note of.
Considering it's my first time here, looks like it's a nice little bridge up ahead.
Interesting.
Just be careful, because things might not look like they should and could. I'm confused. Just be careful.
Okay. I mean, maybe I should just jump over it.
Ooh, that sounds like. Didn't even think of that.
I look back at Romeo. Do you think you could jump across that gap? And you get up here and you're able to see?
He looks at it and he goes, "Well, if that's the most difficult thing, then I think I can take care of that."
Okay.
Let's see.
And because you can occupy a friendly square, I will move back 5 feet then forward, and then for 10 feet, and then I will use my little jumpy boots, my wing sandals, and jump over the bridge.
All right.
Nice.
So jumping over the bridge with your wing boot sandals poses absolutely no difficulty. In fact, what's the jumping distance on that again?
It adds 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
Neat.
All right. And then how far do you want to go in to make room for everyone else crossing the bridge?
I'm gonna need to go all the way in the room. I'll wait till at least 2 more people are across the bridge before I go forward.
Okay, you got it. All right. I believe Deacon, you were up next.
Honestly, I just walk over the bridge because I cannot jump that bridge. I'm small and weak. So I'm gonna walk over it, and since I am tiny, I will hope that it does not fall underneath.
You walk over the bridge with absolutely no difficulty.
Benefits of being small. Very
nice. Oh, you guys had me worried about the bridge for nothing.
All right, what about Lito?
Lito will get down into a sprinter's pose where his butt is up and his head is down, and then proceeds to start running. And then when he gets to the bridge, just walk across.
All right, you walk across, and you walk across no problem. So Gully, once you enter the room, give me a perception check.
Absolutely. Perception cut. Coming right
up. You don't notice anything in the room.
Yeah, it looks good in here. Come on, guys. What are you doing?
Yeah. So next. I gotta switch over. Okay, so Romeo follows up to Lito, standing on the bridge, and that itself, the bridge holds. And I see Athene does not want to press her luck on this matter. As this heavy set Goron kind of like bounces a little bit on that bridge, we're like, it looks pretty sturdy to me.
It may be, I just don't fancy my luck today.
Fair enough. All right. So I'll say at this point, does everyone simply want to enter the next room?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everyone enters into the room, and it is. I know I ask this often, but what languages does everybody speak?
Everything.
Everything.
True.
Yeah, you have that helm. But you also have a 9 perception. I'm going to do a quick roll on Romeo.
I do Common, Deku, and Zora.
I can only do Common and Zora.
Okay.
Common, Deku, Zora, Gerudo, Druidic, Ancient.
No noticeable conversation yet. However, the you are starting to get the smell of what could most likely be a campfire from deeper into the cave. At this point, in this room, you can kind of notice that there are kind of like burn marks where there appear to be explosions from smaller Dodongos.
So, Deacon, I kind of have a thought.
What's on mind?
You know how we kind of scared, the Giga away from the pond area?
Ooh. me see where you're going with this. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
this would also be a lot bigger than that.
Not true. Probably easier to hold on some level too. Like, only certain angles. Probably able to hear a little better. In fact, we should probably whisper. If they able to hear people coming, we should be very careful. I think a good thing we have Watchbird. Oh, sorry. I think a good thing we have Watchbird, and on top of that, I think, well, if we're dealing with people here, we might be able to sneak past more than the Dongos. So I guess we should. I don't know. We could take it slow, or else we could bum rush. I feel like one polar extreme probably better than taking a middle ground right here, if that makes sense. Just because we either want to like make sure that they, we want to choose like either get the drop on them or else get the drop on them, like whether it's one way or the other, if that makes.
True.
So
I
one
guess,
thing. Oh, sorry.
I guess just be careful as we go along. Because maybe the bridge wasn't, an issue, but
That good
it
point.
still could be an issue.
True. But yeah. I just I around to Galena Fiend, and just say, again, do you guys prefer speed or stealth for this? Because I kind of want to see if we could do one or the other. I know it's stupid to focus on this, but I don't know. It's just, I guess,
I mean, I've never been in here, so I'll do whatever you recommend.
Gotcha. Okay. Here, let me see if I have any spells that could help.
Well, if you want, I can just, blah, 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 pass without a trace us.
Ooh, that would be handy. Yeah, that would be handy.
Okay.
Definitely make me feel better. I'm worried about the people in here, and I want us to get dropped on.
Okay. So I will stand in the middle of everybody and pass without a trace us.
Thank you, Lido. Let's see. You're really good with perception, right?
Uh-huh.
And would you describe yourself as an expert? Or
Yes.
oh, okay.
If it helps, half the time I can hear flies fart.
Damn, that's awesome. Okay, so I want to. So I'm gonna try to cast a spell on you. I don't know if it's gonna work. But it's called Skill Empowerment, and I give I touch one willing creature, and I give it expertise in one skill of my choice, which in this case will be perception. So you'll get double your proficiency bonus if you don't already have the any rolls that you. Sorry.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that'll also apply to your passive, and it lasts for an hour. So we will rely on you to be the Watch Zora even.
All right.
Arigato.
Sounds
I
good.
see everything.
Okay, so, well, I guess with that new development, is there anything that you would like to do before venturing into the next room?
I'm just going to take out my shield and kind of hide behind it.
Valid.
Okay. So, continuing along the same, with the same marching order. What the heck? Oh boy.
Before rounding the next corner, or as I'm going around the next corner, definitely going to be looking, listening, cautiously peeking around before I just go swinging around.
Okay. So, it's going to be this kind of night with my computer. My computer does not want to function properly tonight, so let's bear with me. All right. So you've come across. You know, let me try something. Let's see if this helps. All right. There we go. All right. So you come across. You kind of like appear around the corner, and you're starting to. You kind of come across this another narrow hallway. And you know what? I would say that narrow hallway is still pretty vacant. There we go. Okay. Would you like to progress further?
Yes. All right. So I'm assuming I don't see anything around this corner. So we'll make our way to this little corner and peer around.
Okay. So in this, as you peer around this corner, at the far end of the room, you do see a small campfire. And there appear to be, judging from the glow of the embers, at least four figures.
Okay, I can see something up ahead. Looks like 4. Is that 5? Yeah, 4. Like 4 figures up ahead.
How big are they? Do they look like Gorons?
It's a little sketchy. It's a little far. I don't know. But let me try and focus.
I'll give him an inspiration.
Okay. So give me.
You want me to roll perception?
Yeah. Roll. Well, are you trying to? Okay, so you're trying to see if they're Goron.
Yeah, I'm trying to perceive what they are.
Okay.
Well, he asked how big they were, so I'm trying to get a sense of what they are.
Okay.
Inspiration is what, a D12?
Yep.
All right, so we'll add a D12 to that.
Heyo.
All right, so 23.
All right. Yeah. As they start to kind of, it takes a moment as they walk around and converse on the matter, and they're a band of Gorons. And you can also see that kind of like in between you and them, there is what appears to be a pile of how can I word that? There's a collection of heads on pikes. They are.
All right, relay all of this to my group, of course.
The heads, although in various states of decay, as far as you can tell, appear to be mostly, if not all, Bokoblin heads and Lizalfos heads.
That kind of creepy.
Yeah, just a bit.
A little
I
bit.
feel like head on pike, universal sign of not good person.
Yeah.
So as you start to like gather around the corner, Romeo is able to hear what they are that they are speaking Goron. Then he kind of relays that to the party and lets you know, and he's like, I can't see them too good, but they're definitely speaking the language of my people.
Is the fire illuminating them enough that you can actually see by chance if they look like normal Gorons or if they look like they're magically created Gorons that were like with the Rito by chance?
So the Rito, the Gorons that were the Rito, to the viewership, on the map that there's an area called, or was called at least, a Rito mining encampment, and it was run by a Faka witch who was, in addition to making sure that the Ritos got the job done, she also had a capability of creating, excuse me, husks of people. So in the Rito mining encampment, there were husks of Gorons, because Gorons, out of all the races, were the best race for mining. How far did I delve into the husks with you guys? like I'm just curious, like, what is your level of knowledge of the husks? So I don't unnecessarily divulge something.
Oh man, I'm gonna
This would
need
definitely be a Deacon and Leto question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what I know is they were husks.
Okay.
So, one of the things that we found out is that, at least, according to the witch, is that it doesn't seem to take like, she's, for right or wrong, what we had taken is that it doesn't involve like actually taking Goron bodies, but it does take like life essence that you gather through the metaphysical, such and such of experience points.
Mhm.
That she had a degree of control over them, that she can like see through their eyes, that she uses them not just as workers but kind of as spies potentially. We noticed that like they don't sleep, and basically when they're not actively working, they tend to like shut off. Like they'll go to this state where like they just kind of have like vacant eyes, and like when I tried to read their mind with detect thoughts, I just got like very loose, vague images, if anything at all. Which were basically just like, nothing. Like there's just nothing behind the eyes. So at the same time, they didn't seem to how do I put this? They seem to also be like not a particular threat to the Faka. Like they seem to be like well, opinioned of each other, as far as I remember. And God, what else is there? Angel of Life ones.
Mhm.
Sorry, it's been a long time. I'm trying to figure this out.
Okay.
Use them as spies. I think that is the extent of at least what I remember.
Okay.
I will chime in with any other details if I remember them while we're in this interaction.
Okay. So so from that, what I will divulge is that the husks in the Rito encampment are in large part mindless creatures, who are controlled. So these Gorons which you are observing, and actually, if we go in deeper beyond this, I'm going to have stealth checks being made. But from what you're seeing from where you're standing, there is they appear to be fully cognitive.
Okay. So, Romeo, I think you should go first because you can talk to him.
No. I can speak with them.
Whoever goes first, I will sneaky sneak alongside of you. I will take the circuitous route and me go around side, maybe get behind, just in case.
Well, you know what? Maybe, yeah, Romeo. Yeah. You can go ahead and lead the conversation.
What?
Here's your time to shine. Yeah.
Give me a
Remember,
persuasion check.
can I chime in and offer assistance? Like to give advantage to the roll? Just like chime in, like, yeah, this is your time to be in history. Not just great warrior, great diplomat, Romeo.
Man.
You know?
Good job. Yeah, you should roll for that, Deacon.
Oh, okay, sorry.
you roll persuasion.
Fair.
All right. So we're gonna have Deacon make the persuasion roll, and
If you want me to scare him into doing it, got you covered.
Cool.
Look at me.
well, I guess, yeah. Well, 22. All right. So Romeo kind of looks at Deacon, and he's like,
He just has like, I just want to point out has like an expression of just like he believes what he's saying 100%. Like there is no like subterfuge here.
yeah. So Romeo looks to Deacon, and he's like, you know what? I don't know what it is, but there's something about me. There's something that makes me just want to trust you. I'm gonna go talk to them.
Here, let me do one thing. I am sorry, Lito. I gotta drop that concentration already. I apologize. I'm gonna give him enhance ability charisma so that he has advantage on his checks, but I'm gonna give him an inspiration. And furthermore, I'm gonna like as he like goes into view like around here, I'm gonna sneak like around like here and see if I can get behind them and like stealth check. You know what I mean?
I got you. Okay.
So just like while he's like approaching them.
So give. Actually, hold on. Let me get them into position. So it kind of makes.
Yeah.
Now that I
Yeah,
think
I'll definitely serve as a moving screen. I'm pretty huge.
Well, Romeo, here's the two things that you need to know. Once you get about like 30 feet away from me, whatever your stealthy typeness is not going to be as good as being near me. Second, do not let them know that we're here, otherwise they might just freak out.
Okay. So we'll start off with Deacon giving me a stealth check.
Okey doke. Good luck, boys.
By the way, is there anything currently illuminating you, Deacon?
No.
Okay.
$19.
Sounds good. All right. So we're going to start off with Romeo kind of coming around the corner. And when it comes to the entrance of the room,
As soon as he's there, he's basically out of the past without a trace.
okay. So he is. The moment he enters the room, he kind of like weaves his way past the head pikes to about
Also,
here.
All right. If I may revise my plan slightly, I'd like to go like around this wall instead. Like if I could do that, just because they seem closer to this wall than like over here.
Yeah.
Like he's approaching at a diagonal. So
Honestly, I kind of figured that's why I made sure that was out. Like when you showed me your path, I was like, let me just
appreciate it.
get this a little clear.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So, nice. You know what? Where's that looking? Okay. So I'm gonna put like collection of like 4 heads on pikes right there. So the moment he comes through, and he calls out to the other Gorons. It's like, hey, what you doing? Smells good.
I just turned to a fiend and facepalm.
and they kind of like stop their conversation and turn to them much like the way that that Chief Link turned to you when you disrupted his sleep. And they just kind of like grunt and go back to it as if completely uninterested in this young Goron. Then he brings himself a little closer, and at this point, he's close enough that they can see his warhammer that he has, his Goron warhammer, and he speaks a little more boldly. He goes, I don't think you heard me. What are you doing in here? So one turns to Romeo. It's like, it's none of your business. But who's asking? Do you still permit him to carry on?
If we are
I kind of feel like this isn't going well.
You can still permit him.
Yeah.
This is the future prince.
I would like to ready a spell.
What spell would you like to ready?
Sleep.
All right. What is the trigger for sleep?
If any of the 4 Gorons take an aggressive stance against Romeo.
Okay. So any act of aggression, and what's the distance on sleep?
90 feet, I believe.
Oh, okay. I believe you are well within range. But let me go. Yep. Okay, 90 feet. All right. So they as Gully comes up from behind Romeo, and his armor starts to kind of flicker by the campfire. The Gorons all stand up. They look and they go, that seems you were smart enough to not come alone. And the first one, let's see, comes a look.
No worries. We're just passing through. We figure we were introduce ourselves, just see how things are going. But you know what? We'll let you have that. So you got a nice collection of heads over there.
Well, it's good to scare the lesser intruders away.
Oh yeah.
But I can
Yeah,
see that
that looks like a very good deterrent.
the
I
two
like
of
your
you seem to
thinking.
be unbothered. And then
Yeah, yeah.
he leans over to Romeo and he kind of looks him up and down and gives him a little sniff. It's like, future prince, you
I'll
said?
save the trouble. He's still green.
He looks a bit.
Well, he's got a crush on the princess, so that's why I say future prince. Trying to build him up a little bit.
Ah, so you thought you'd come in here and slay a couple of Dodongos and make a name for yourself, is that it? And Romeo now kind
Yeah,
of,
but it looks like
he's shaken.
that was the goal, but it looks like you guys have already cleared this place out.
Ah, there ain't been Dodongos in here for ages. For years.
Uh shucks. Well, we got to make a name for this young whippersnapper some kind of way. But you know what? We'll just go ahead and pass on through. Maybe we can uh find something. Hopefully, I'm not giving away too much. Maybe we can find him something at the temple.
Temple.
Is that passage still over there?
Ah, adventurers who like rumors. That's my favorite kind. Oh, feel free. If if you kind of want to go a couple rounds and toughen this smooth skin up a little bit, we can have some fun. But if you want to go look for imaginary temples, you're welcome to.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to rough him up. I mean, yeah, we do want to, try and, get him, toughened up, make a name for him. But, yeah, we don't need to bother you guys. Maybe on our way back, since you say it's just a rumor, maybe on our way back we can go a few rounds.
Oh, I don't think we're going anywhere. And it's been a fairly boring day, if I may say so.
So I take it then up ahead is clear then, eh?
It should be. It should be.
Should be.
You'll see.
Okay. So if we encounter anything, it's okay if we, destroy it.
Of course. Of course.
All right. All right. Well, so what's your name?
My name is Onyx.
Yeah, I'm Gully.
Ah.
Onyx. That is a cool name.
Yeah. It's it's a name, nickname. We got our thing here.
Well, it suits you. I like it.
Oh, thank you. And he kind of like points to the other guys, and he's like, "Well, this is granite," and he points to another one, and he goes, "And this is ore," and then he points to this other one. And he goes, "And this one, we call him clay." And he chimes in and goes, "That's because I'm soft."
I'll take your word on it. I like that. I'm assuming these are all nicknames, especially since he says he's soft.
Yes. Well, we say that he says he's soft, but quite honestly, he can take just about any smooth skin in a fight. We kind of
So does he have a soft heart?
no,
Big old teddy bear?
no.
No. Okay.
He's well, if I may say so, he's not quite as bright as that light coming down the other end of the room, but he like I said, he could take out a smooth skin or two if he wants to.
Ah, okay, okay. Well, I'm just gonna wave to my friends back there, let them know it's okay. We just wanted to make sure that things are on the up and up before we have them come in. So don't be alarmed. There, we do have a few more people with us back there.
Oh, it's quite all right. Yeah.
All right, guys, you can come on down.
So now that you have gotten into closer proximity with these Gorons, you do notice that um, they physically fit the description of the Gorons that you more traditionally remember. Um, their skin is kind of a bit um, scarred and looks a bit calloused. Um, they have fair amount. They look like they've seen a good bit of work and or battle. But
So, Alex, why
yeah.
is it that you guys, look so hardy, whereas, some of the other Gorons, no offense, Romeo, are not so much so.
Well,
How do you keep up your awesome physiques?
well, I mean, I don't know if it's an awesome physique, but we the group of us kind of left Goron Village at a young age many years ago. We don't necessarily agree with the the methods and mindset of those in Goron Village. We harbor no ill will towards them, but a a life of leisure is not something that a Goron should have.
I hear you. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, are there more of you that have this standpoint on life, or is it just the four of you?
Well, I mean, the four of us are probably the most strong-willed in the matter. We periodically get, the occasional wanderer to, whether it's meeting up, wandering into the cavern, or meeting them on the mountainside trail. But most of the other Gorons simply don't have the strength of will to lead this type of life.
Mm, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't really want to hold you or tear you or anything. So I mean, we'll be on our way. Oh, I'm sorry. My manners. Let me introduce you to the rest of my crew, my group.
Yes, yes.
Hey, come on, guys! I want to introduce you to well, some newfound, we'll say, compatriots. We have Onyx, Granite, Ore, and Clay.
I'm
Um,
Clay.
uh, I'll walk a little closer. Just go. Hi. Uh, sorry. For not introducing myself. You know it rude, but me kind of scared. Not see too many people and not know what in Dodongo's Cavern. Very far from home, you see, so bit nervous. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Sometimes, well, we recognize that this isn't the most hospitable place, but that's what we like about it.
Hmm, makes sense. Um,
And
um,
Leto and Afina are still holding back, like staying back.
I'm staying away because I still don't trust them.
Fair enough.
Slowly moving closer, but still wary.
Okay. So, seeing the pebbles illuminating Afine, they look to Deacon and they look to Athena, and they're like, well, and Gully is, from my interpretation, usually in like full clad armor. Um,
Oh yeah.
not very showing what he is in terms of race, but so was Onyx kind of looks and he's like, well, you got a smooth skin Goron, and we got a big old guy right there, and we got a wee little Deku.
Yes, he's small. Very small.
But I think what's most surprising is we don't get many Zor around these parts. They generally don't like the hot temperature. So I seem to be of the assumption that you know or believe that this is something more than than a child's tale.
Well, we hope so.
Yeah, that would me would really like to believe. Though I guess, could still call it a child's tale even if me believe.
I guess we're about to find out.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
Onyx said it should be clear up ahead. As far as he knows, it should be good to go for us. We shouldn't have any issues. But if so, he says it's okay to crack the heads in of whatever we come across.
Good to know. Okay.
I'm paraphrasing it a little bit there, though.
he's like, sounds good to me. All right, so you, so Onyx kind of like heads back to his friends by the fire, and get rid of that mark. Okay, so what direction would you like to head in?
I will. Deacon, so which way do we go from here?
Well, I kind of I make my voice a little quieter as I kind of like approach Gully again, and I gesture over my shoulder to this little cave there, and I say that where all the eggs were, and this is where the big guy was over there, and I over at the other wall. So they all kind of lead to the same place. So we could take egg room and see what in there might be best shot, or at least way that we can view anything that might need head cracked before it crack our head.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right. So lead the way to this egg room you speak of.
Okay. Can I all right, so I like to just like point casually like over in the direction that I'm facing, but also I'm like pointing at Lido, and I want to like try to subtly cast like my message spell and just ask him to watch our backs in case they come after us. Like since he's like still on the like suspicious side, and Deacon's kind of naturally paranoid. And since Lido has like the best vantage point to make sure they're not like coming after us, so.
All right, and he is slightly obscured by the heads on pikes.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna sneak by the pike. I'll do a little acrobatic stuff,
Okay. So you kind of sort your way through the pikes, and excuse me, as you come to the hatchery, the first thing that you are able to tell is that, you know what? Give me a nature check.
Okay. Just me or everyone?
You know what? Just you, because out of everybody, you are the most familiar with this layout.
Okie doke, that makes sense. Here we go. Big bucks, no win. 17. I feel like that's pretty good.
So okay, yep, absolutely. Okay, so the thing that you notice is that there don't appear to be any fresh eggs. You notice that there's a good number of kind of like busted up shells, but they've all kind of darkened and aged over time. None of them really have that nice, neat, pristine coloring that you are readily familiar with.
Gotcha. I'll relay that to Gully, Romeo, Fiend, just our party, you know.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna say, since there are no new ones, can't help but wonder what happened to the one we left. Maybe he's gonna be big, huge when we poke our nose. So be careful. Not sure. Either big, huge, and big, or he not here. I'm not sure which.
Okay.
Deacon kind of glances back and go, worst case scenario, they use him as pet / guard dog, you see. That seemed like something that could be in our path. But that not necessarily true. We find out when we go in. And I kind of like walk over to the edge of the room and just like peek into the broader, like larger area if I can.
Okay.
I ask Gully to, he seems to have the perceptive thing too, and I ask him to see if he could like hear anything around here. I'll peek.
Maybe I should just keep using my passive perception.
So it is kind of very quiet. What, Golly, refresh me. What was your method of seeing in the dark?
Oh, I think I have dark vision now. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Actually, before I even get to sing in the dark, I actually want to do this.
Okay.
I want to go ahead and do a quick divine sense.
That's a good one.
Okay. So you know what? Before I say that, are you in the position that you want to be before activating your divine sense?
If I'm actually going to activate it, I will probably come here.
Okay.
And activate it there.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So. You pick up something not very from the northern area, being too not being too familiar with this cave. What you're able to pick up is that the sensation that you're getting from the northern area is not something that is in the room, but it is something that appears to be permeating beyond a wall.
Okay. I try to describe that as best I can to the group.
What I chime in is you might be detecting some of the latent energies. Sorry, that's uh some of the last traces of Darunia. He was known to he passed away while he was doing his duty as a sage. Um, Sometimes he's still kind of around here. At one point, we saw him uh, wander around, talk to people, but we not experienced that in this uh, universe question mark in this version. Um, so yeah, you might be picking him up or other things that might be monsters on the wall, but imagine they're like a lot of weird life energy floating around in there just from the sages doing what they do. Oh, sorry, you
Mm,
probably know this, but Darunia would be Chief Light's father. As a additional detail.
okay.
Um. So yeah. He means well. If that is him, hopefully it is. But yeah. So if
Am
that'll make
I picking that up as celestial, fiend, or undead, or is it not registering as one of those three?
Uh, Hold on, let me skip over to the character sheet. It is it is. I can tell you right now, it is neither celestial fiend or undead.
Okay, okay,
oh,
okay.
okay. Maybe not him. Not sure.
Well, the good thing is it's not. I'm not recognizing this aura as being fiendish or undead.
Ooh.
However, it's not registering as celestial either, so we still must be on our toes. I would think.
Good idea, Gully.
All right, so are we ready to proceed forward?
Sound good. Um. Yeah. I'll follow right behind you.
All right.
I send message to Romeo telling him to come on. We got legends to make. And then I send one to Leto asking if he sees anything suspicious, and say we're gonna like head deeper into the room where we fought the big guy.
So, Puck, I've been staring at them just to see if they're making any weird gestures, if they're just like preparing to move.
There, at one point, they did get incredibly quiet. Um, Almost as if they were attempting to listen to what was going on with your party, but um, nothing really came of that. Um, so the they haven't moved from their spot, but once after like a brief momentary pause, they resume conversation.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So you have the other Goron, you have the rough Goron party, the rough skin Goron party. You have uh, something emanating from the uh, northeastern wall, and you have a very big chamber which has not been that thoroughly explored.
No time like present to do lots of. Um, so yeah. Um, Gully, you have that like didn't you say a session or two ago you had that like blind sense stuff or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, out to 10 feet. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Number one, that's awesome. Number two, do you pick anything up in here? Here, I Do you want Sorry, I'm trying to think of this. Do you want like to hear things, or do you want to search for? I ask. If
Do
that's
I
okay.
want to hear or what?
Or like look around with me. Or to try to investigate the area. Just in case.
Yeah. We'll definitely be able to look around more.
Okay.
To see better, yeah.
Sounds good. So sorry, just out of game. I mean, did you want like investigation or perception for a bonus?
I was doing a lot of perception, so we'll go with more perception is good.
Okay. I'll use my last fifth slot to give him the expertise in perception, and I will keep that for.
You got it.
So you have so double your proficiency bonus to perception for the duration, which is an hour.
Well, cool.
That also applies to your passive as well. So you get So
Nice. Okay.
yeah.
So my passive is now a 22.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's really good.
Okay, so I will tell you right off the bat, in the southern, in the more southeastern area of this open room, there is a singular Dodongo skeleton.
So down here somewhere.
Kind of, yeah, like not even that far down. More like around here.
Okay. And where is that in relation to wherever this this portal or whatever it is we're supposed to be looking for is?
Where your defense sense kicked in? Your defense sense kicked in all the way up here.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Dead Dodongo down there. No worries. Looks like we want to head up this way because this is where the portal's supposed to be up here, right?
Yeah, that were me remember.
Okay.
Kind of like a stone doorway with a little pressure plate in it, where you stand on it, glow, and you gotta play song. Bolero of Fire with, I think you need special accuracy. Shit, forgot you needed special accuracy.
Well,
but intelligence is very important, as in intelligence.
There's. How long does your defense sense kick in?
Oh, it's on and then it goes away. It's just an action.
Okay. So, all right.
So it's not like it stays on. It's not long. It's like, boom, did it. Okay, got a sense of everything. Done.
Okay, I got you. Okay. So as you start to approach the northern wall, there really seems to be nothing special about this wall. It appears to be solid rock, but as you get close to it, the rock starts to glow red. In like a sense of like a mist. The rock doesn't start to illuminate. A red mist starts to permeate out of the rock, as if the rock were like smoking. And I would say that this continues to happen for roughly 1 to 2 minutes.
I glance over at Gully and ask, "Do you smell what the rock is cooking?"
So the rock, the red mist starts to come into itself, and it eventually starts to take a red translucent form, and that form is Darunia.
Well,
and Romeo just stands there, mouth agape. Like, he did not sign up for this at all. but it takes it's kind of red, translucent, and sort of like hovering, I want to say roughly about a foot off the ground.
I immediately scamper up to him, very enthusiastic, wave like a greeting. Hi, so good to see you again. Would give you a hug if you were corporeal.
It appears to not notice anyone's physical presence specifically, but it starts to mutter words in Goron, to which Gully and Romeo will be aware, and Romeo will very quickly relay to the party. As he kind of floats there and looks forward off into space, he keeps saying the words, "Find the Black Ocarina. Destroy the Black Ocarina. Keep the temple sealed." And those three things he just keeps repeating over and over and over for a few minutes. And then, yes.
Okay. What I have is like, so you said he's there for a couple minutes, right?
Yeah. So
Like,
if you want to do anything within that time frame,
I
absolutely.
attempt to touch him, and I want to cast, like, I reach through him and try to like touch him and the stone at the same time,
Uh-huh.
and I cast identify, so that like I can try to gather like what magical effect is either coming from the stone or if there's any way that I can touch him from him. But I don't know if that's possible. But if nothing else, then it'll tell me like what kind of magic has been used on the stone.
The stone itself is illusionary.
Gotcha.
So from that you can gather that the stone itself is actually hiding the entrance to the fire temple.
Um.
But also, as you try to touch him, as you pass through him, um, it leaves no physical sensation. In fact, like as you pass through him with your hand, his body kind of like quickly like disperses and then comes back together, um, as if it were like disturbed by the motion.
Gotcha. Okay. So can uh can I do so since I've like interacted with Darunia in the past?
Mhm.
Can I do like an insight check to see if this seems like something he would actually do, given that it's like an illusionary spell and that doesn't seem like something he'd do from inside the temple, potentially?
Absolutely.
So can I try and get a vibe of this? Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, um, let's see. There we go. Can I use one of my point for I was hoping for at least a 50?
What points?
I said I was gonna hope. I was gonna use one of my coin D4s if that's okay. I was
Oh,
really
oh,
hoping for at least 50.
absolutely. Um,
Okay,
a D4 coin for ability check.
thanks. Cool, 17. Okay, I'm much
Okay.
happier with that.
All right. So happy with the 17. Um, so from your experience with Darunia, the the tone of his voice, the manner at which he's speaking, um, even the bodily gestures that he is making, um, all indicate that it is actually him. Uh,
Okay,
what you also pick up on is a an unfamiliar tone in his voice, which you would recognize as fear.
Gotcha. Since I know him, and I know this is probably not going to work, I don't know if never mind.
Okay.
Just for disclosure, so it doesn't seem like I'm rambling. I was like, I was gonna try to cast Sending, but realistically, that's not how that works.
Understood. Okay. So, anyone else in the party, Gully, within this 2-minute time frame, while Deacon is doing this, is there anything that you would like to do?
No. I mean, I'm looking around. Do I see any writing, any runes, anything that might give any further instructions?
As the area stands now, it is a solid block of wall.
Okay.
But you would notice at this point that presumably having never seen Darunia, you do notice that there is a very strong resemblance between him and Chief Link back at Goron Village. It is an undeniable brain fart. It's an undeniable resemblance. What about you, Lito?
I'm just looking around the corner to make sure that the other Gorons haven't moved.
Keeping an eye on them. All right.
Yeah.
They still have not moved. In fact, their conversation seems to have turned a bit jovial, almost as if they're finding humor in the belief that you guys are going to find anything over there.
Okay. Just making sure that they didn't hear the voice of, Darunia and went, oh.
No, they had absolutely no recollection. In fact, from where you're standing, from that distance, you very faintly would even see you see a red light, but it would be even difficult to make out any of that. But the volume of his voice is not anything that would be louder than normal conversation. So even if they were to hear the spirit of Darunia speaking, they would most likely just assume that it was your party conversing. And what about you, Afine?
After being starstruck seeing the ghostly form of a sage, Afine is going to start looking around the rest of the walls to see if there are any other markings or instructions.
Okay. Not even going to make you make a check on that because there are absolutely no markings. At some point, I would imagine that Deacon is going to express to the party that the wall that is in front of everybody is illusionary.
Absolutely, yeah. I probably once he stops being starstruck, so like once he the message processes, like the spell takes a minute to cast. So once he gets that, yeah, like he just has his mouth kind of agape, much like fucking Romeo, where he's just like, it's, and he just kind of would probably mumble something like, really weird. Never knew him use illusions or anything, though not know what sages. And he just seems like visibly kind of like shaken by this. Anyway, sorry, back to you.
All right. So after a few minutes, the spirit kind of dissipates in its own red fog, and the condition of the area returns to how it once originally was. Again, with the commands in your ears ringing, find the Black Ark Arena, destroy the Black Ark Arena, and keep the temple sealed. All right. So now you find yourself at the far end of the cave with um, presumably nothing left except for the skeletal remains of the Dodongo, which is kind of equidistant right now between Afine and Lido.
Okay, so what are we doing?
I guess that's what we came for, to be honest. Really not sure where to go from here. We heard tell that there was an ocarina shop in Zora's domain, so depending on how we want to process what we were just told, sorry, that, that might be our next bet to go for, but I'm not sure how we should process what we just uncovered.
Wait, he wants to destroy the Black Ocarina, right?
Yeah. He
Do you think
seems.
they just sell these in a shop?
Well, I mean, when we back when first found it, we found it around here. But ever since the place was cleaned out, it most likely that it got taken somewhere else. Unless we want to try and look for it now. I guess we could try looking for it just in case it's here. Maybe it like wasn't, gained over, but it's worth a shot.
Nah, I mean, we can try. Again, like, I highly doubt it too, but yeah, we can. Yeah, I don't know. Lido, could you detect magical objects and things like that around? Yeah, you can. Do you think you'd be able to locate this ocarina if it's here?
I can do it a couple times. See if I can find it.
All right, I mean, you can give it a shot. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna head over to our little our band of Gorons, Dodongos, yeah, Gorons over there. Ask them if they've seen any weird-looking black ocarinas around.
Okay. So since I will bring this, I will refresh since you are in appropriate company. So there was a shop that you got a tip when you were in Hyrule Castletown that specifically deals in interesting items, and notably, the person in Hyrule Castletown told you that this person who runs the shop has a collection of rare ocarinas. Does anybody remember who runs the shop?
I just remember that it was called Das Flute and Dooten, to be completely honest with you.
No, that was the one in. Wasn't that the one in Zora's Domain?
Yeah.
That was Zora's Domain. Oh no, I'm talking about the general goods store in Kakariko Village. I'm sorry, in Goron Village.
Oh. I look at Romeo. Yeah. Wait. And like you literally see him just like his eyes cross for a second as he's like, wait, oh, I thought you were in Kakariko and Zora's. Man, got that totally missed. Wow.
I've got an idea.
Ooh, what you got, Lido?
Hey, Zop.
And he pops out. Zop pops out and says, yes, how can I help you?
Ocarinas, where can we find them? Who's selling them? Give us some ideas.
Ocarinas, very well. Ocarinas are sold through.
And if you know where the black ocarina is, even better.
Well, ocarinas are sold all throughout the Kingdom of Hyrule. Ocarinas are an instrument that are taught to children of all races since a very young age, as they are considered to be a type of instrument that is connected to the royal family. So, in terms of where to find ocarinas, technically you can find them just about anywhere, from a general goods store to a music shop to even high-end rare pawn shops. In terms of black magical ocarinas, there is one notable instance of a magical black ocarina. That ocarina? This ocarina has been historically tied to the Gerudo. However, the current location of said fabled ocarina is currently unknown.
Gerudo, huh? Interesting.
I'm sorry, Goron.
Oh, okay.
I apologize, Goron.
Goron, huh? Interesting.
And so you kind of see Romeo kind of raise his hand in an interjecting manner. He goes, I know the ocarina that you're talking about.
Oh, Romeo, this is excellent.
Nice.
Do tell more.
Because I sold it.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
To
Romeo. Who'd you sell it to?
It was a traveling Hylian merchant. He came to Goron Village a few months ago, and I didn't know what it was, and he offered me more rupees than I was anticipating to get for it, and I sold it to him.
Do you remember his name?
I didn't catch it. I know that he was well dressed.
What did he look like?
He was older. He was well dressed, but still well equipped to be traversing Death Mountain, which leads me to believe that he is also well knowledgeable and traveled. But quite honestly, it was a very quick interaction. He came to my shop. He knew exactly what he was looking for. He offered me a lot of rupees, and as soon as I gave it, he was gone. I'm trying to think of distinguishing characteristics, but simply he was an older Hellion male with a well-kept, close haircut.
Reginald.
Blonde, brunette, red, green.
Kind of
What
salt and
color was his
pepper.
hair?
It was dark, but
Salt
it had
and
some
pepper.
grayness to it.
Okay.
Where's his teeth? Reggie.
Deacon, Lena. Does that ring a bell? Like anyone you may have come across?
I'm sorry, I missed the first short. What was that?
Oh no, I was asking Deacon and Lito if it sounded like anyone they've come across.
You just see Deku like grit his teeth and like clench his fist, and he's just like, Reginald.
Reginald?
Jewelry shop owner in one version of the world. Kind of evil guy now. He kind of that dude tried to kill us before we got here. This time.
Really?
So yeah, he's not. This isn't good news. This is in fact bad news.
So
you doubt that he would sell it to us then.
I gesture over at Fiend and I say, he's the guy with symbol where you captured, and we had to trace it. And I take out the etching of the symbol from Athene's, wall,
Mhm.
like in that cavern.
So, give me a. Oh, I don't even. What kind of check would I make? You know what? Give me a straight intelligence check to try to describe the physicality of Reginald to Romeo.
Okay. So is this like me trying to remember what he looks like, or me trying to verbalize it? Just
Um,
out of curiosity.
I would imagine that the memory of him is pretty well ingrained into your brain, but
True, true.
so yeah, you're trying to as Romeo kind of like is describing this person, you're catching the fact that um he might have a hard time telling the difference between certain types of Hylian males, which is why he was looking,
Gotcha,
which is why I was trying to recall notable characteristics.
gotcha.
Um, so if like so yeah, it's more like you trying to accurately convey the memory of Reginald to him.
Gotcha. Okie doke. Here. This. And then I if it looks like it's ringing a bell at all, I will minor illusion an image of Reggie. Which will like take up a space. There's just like a little cutout basically.
Okay, so you
Is this your card?
he as you're kind of describing it, Reginald, he is it does appear to be ringing a bell prior to minor illusion. But yeah, so he's kind of yeah, like feeding into it, and he's like, yeah, he's about 6 feet, which is a little bit shorter than me. He fair skinned, salt and pepper hair. Um, one of the things that you neglect to mention that he mentions is that this person has a full beard, whereas typically Reginald was clean shaven, but that's not necessarily a make or break, as people can grow beards. Um, do you? But at this point, it is still not 100% conclusive from the verbal description.
Okay. Okay. I breathe a sigh of relief. Um and I just say, okay, maybe it's not him. Maybe it's someone. Do you want me try and give you an image of him? But I don't want Deacon kind of rubs his rubs his forehead thinking. He says, "Me feel like if me just show you an image, it going to look like what me talking about, no matter what. So I think maybe we see if we can find something else of a trace of him. Uh, Do you think um does Chief Link usually keep tabs on people who enter the village, or is this like does he follow trade, or he just kind of let people come and go?
Nah, no, he's. I mean, as long as there's really nobody causing trouble, he really doesn't seem to be bothered by much.
Gotcha. Okay. Um. Well, doesn't does not sound 100% like guy me worried about, but close enough that me nervous, but not close enough that me scared. You know what I'm saying? So okay. Maybe we head back to so he mentioned nothing about where he was going or anything, where he came from.
No, he came into the shop. He kind of made a beeline for knowing exactly what he wanted, and as soon as he paid for it, he was gone. I was honestly so kind of elated by the transaction that I didn't really give it much else thought.
I get that. Um, I I I look at the rest of our party. And I I asked Romeo to like cover his ears for a second, kind of, please.
Earmuffs.
Perfect. Um, and I whisper to the rest of the party. I'm kind of curious about who this guy is. Um, not sure if this is something you guys are thinking is priority though. Do you guys have any thoughts on this so far? My personal idea is it might be helpful have him come with us for slightly longer term than just here in case this guy crops up again. Because I'm really worried about potential for anybody who understands how dangerous this can be. And without but that's not something I want to actually say to him unless you guys are okay with it. And I do not want to pressure you into being okay with it. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the situation? Sorry, I guess that broad question.
Oh, I guess if he's the one that potentially has the ocarina, we need to follow up on that lead.
Methinks. Uh. One thing. Also that I thought. We when we spoke to Zelda, she was unsealing the temples. Do you think maybe we should take news from Darunia to her? I look at Leto and I say, I know you are much closer to Zelda than the rest of us. Do you think this may be something she should know? Or do you think we want to keep this close to the chest?
So Leto this whole time hasn't actually been paying attention.
Gotcha.
He actually has been thinking about how to figure out if it was Reggie, and then starts rummaging through his bag.
Okay.
And proceeds to pull out the mind reading staff of Kyburn.
Ooh, smart.
And goes, okay, Romeo, think as hard as you can about the guy. Okay? Got an image, kind of in your head?
Got it.
And then I will use the staff on him.
Genius, to be honest.
Okay, so in reading Romeo's mind, you get a clear vision of this person. And you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that it is not Reginald.
Oh, thank
you. So, not Reggie.
You can breathe like a visible sigh of relief.
Is it by chance another person that we know? Is it Tony?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. It is to my immediate recollection, it is not somebody that you are familiar with. However, it is in seeing, in reading Romeo's mind, you do understand, you see that there are many physical similarities between this person and Reginald in terms of height, build, hair color, but it is like the facial features are completely off, and even the way that he is imagining this person holding himself is not something that is indicative of Reginald.
Spooky.
There's no like scarring or anything on this guy, right? Anything that can specifically like point out something unique about him, besides the facial hair.
The only thing that appears a little bit that stands out a little bit is when Romeo was saying that he was well dressed and well equipped. The person, in fact, was wearing a type of kind of medium grade armor that had a Goron tunic over it. So it is, but the equipment itself, which is what Romeo was trying to convey, was not exactly battle hardened armor. To give the impression that this person is not looking for confrontation, but they are in fact probably, due to their traveling nature, preparing for protection.
Okay.
Leto, when you peered into his mind, you can get a sense, from the image that he might have just come from a conference and had a "Hello, my name is" badge on his chest or anything.
No.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. He showed like his ID when he bought it.
No ID
Well,
needed.
you know what? Actually, Romeo, that is a good question. Was there, any kind of paper transaction besides him giving you the rupees that you make out a receipt or, any ledger entries or anything?
Well, I mean, my ledger entries are kind of bare bones. I really don't take down personal information unless they pay in something like a bank note, in which case I would need to track them down. But quite honestly, I don't deal in a lot of bank notes. It's mostly just rupee transactions. So I really don't need to take care of that stuff.
So no return to sender address or anything. Okay.
Yeah, no.
It was just a big bag of rupees.
Yeah, big bag of silver rupees.
Ooh.
They weren't wearing a signet ring by any chance, were they?
Not that I had noticed. I mean, I suppose that maybe, but quite honestly, it's not something that I recall. In fact, but I will say that Leto, as you still have that memory fresh in your head, this person was wearing a pair of leather gloves, and there was a type of signet ring, but it wasn't something that Romeo paid attention to, so it's not something that he has a recollection of.
But it's still there, so I could possibly see it?
It would have to be in his memory. Like he like in this this unconscious recollection, he doesn't recall, but he knows that the person had a ring, because it like when the transaction was happening, it was just part of his general viewing of the guy, but cognitively he did not pay attention to it. And since that happened, his recollection of it is that there was a ring, but he doesn't know what the insignia was.
Oh, Romeo, I'm sorry, we have to kill you.
Wait, what?
You know too much.
It's like, no.
Too little.
You're a funny guy.
Actually, I may have an idea. So our stranger here, since he had a Goron tunic, he also probably got that from Leto's favorite Goron.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull out the ledger.
Yeah, there you go. It's in the papers you probably stole. So yeah, you could potentially figure out like
All right.
perfect.
So so you open up the book
In my ledger.
and you thumb through it, and you can see a number of Goron Tunic purchases. In fact, the Goron Tunic purchase is the most prevalent purchase in the book. But in spending some time to kind of cross-reference the dates of specific Goron tunics, one purchase kind of stands out in the book where a lot of the purchases are simply a Goron tunic for the people who are coming in to travel. But this one purchase was a very big supply purchase that included a Goron tunic. There were a couple of bomb purchases. I'm trying to remember. There was a it was noted that this person in particular purchased every health potion that that Pebbles had, and yeah, and that was the purchase. So that would appear to be your best lead.
She didn't put any like special marks or anything to be like, oh, this is gonna be like a return customer, something to remember him by, because it was such a big thing.
There was a smiley face right next to the total of the purchase. A little smiley face with like $sign eyes.
Well, if she got a lot of money for it, she probably remembers it a little better.
Mhm.
So we might have to track down your favorite Goron, Lito.
And you know what? Lito, give me an investigation check on the book.
25.
25. Okay. So you kind of like start from the like most recent transaction and you scroll back and you find this transaction. You also find, as you go back further, that there are multiple transactions leading to similar to this, all of which have the same smiley face to it. And when you cross-reference the dates, there appears to be a established frequency of about a once-a-month visit.
Is the once a month coming up?
Yeah. Like not every transaction has a Goron tunic to it, but every transaction with it has very similar things, such as purchasing bombs and buying out all of her health potions.
Can I take a wild guess to see how long it's going to be till they might show up again?
According to the book, it is approximately 2 more weeks.
Okay. So we might have 2 more weeks, or they might just be, messing with us, and they might come sooner just to throw us off the trail.
True. I guess the question is, do we want to like wait for 2 weeks to pass and try to like ambush them here, or do we want to try talking to Pebbles and see if we can set something up?
Probably do both.
That works. Okay.
Okay. So you're still in the cavern.
This is true.
I would. There is one other thing I want to do in this cavern.
Mhm.
Is there any? I'm looking for basically hardened lava.
Within this,
Any like,
in this cavern
or,
specifically, no. But
okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, also keep in mind that the path that you follow up and down the mountain is like adjacent to a lava flow.
Okay. Okay.
So, do you guys want to start working back to Goron Village?
Yeah,
Or,
sounds like the best course of action.
Okay. I guess we'll start heading on out of the cave.
Okay. Are you going to
Can
go?
we
Unless
do
we
one
just
thing?
want to go to the temple that we were warned not to go to.
Wait. I want to check one more thing because I'm feeling guilty. I want to see if the Goron bones that are down south of us, if it looked like it died of like cuts or like it was attacked or it just died of starvation and then we're really bad people.
You mean the Dodongo bones?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you said Goron bones.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. Okay. Give me a medicine check as you inspect the bones.
Can I guide myself?
I believe you can.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mhm.
It's in the rules.
Oh, that's not going to help.
Can I give him an inspiration?
That's an
Sorry, I
11.
didn't think about that.
Yes.
Is it too late?
If Deacon wants to give you an inspiration, he can. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I
8, 9, 10, 11.
Hey.
Nice. Okay.
3.
23. All right. So you look at the bones, and the here's what you gather. The outside of the skeletal structure seems to be smooth and untampered with. However, with the 23, you notice that specifically the inside of the skeleton on the rib cage and the lower spinal area, there appear to be very kind of there's a lot of singular scrape marks, as well as what you kind of the conclusion that you're able to come to is that at some point this Dodongo, and by the way, the other thing that's notable about the Dodongo is that it is larger than you left it, and it is quadrupedal. But the inside skeletal structure appears to show evidence of the Dodongo potentially swallowed somebody whole, and whatever it was used some type of bladed weapon to cut itself out.
Nice.
So we didn't kill the population. We just made it easy. They was just going to start walking out of the cavern dejected, head down into the...
Sorry, bro.
Would you feel better if it starved to death?
No? I was hoping you were going to say, oh, it died of old age, but you could see, the inside was where it had a child, and you could see where it like tore, and then it had it, and then it never fully healed, and there's more of them somewhere. But no,
Yeah, and there was a nice
it
banner
died.
on the wall that said "Happy 70th Dodongo birthday," and
Exactly.
you know there were evidence
Picture of
of
him,
like
with
the
a gold
party
watch.
poppers.
No.
No, so something went after this, and it almost lost its life over it. But it was able to best this what was now a King Dodongo.
Okay.
So my question is, as you attempt to vacate the cavern, are you going to cut through the hatchery, or are you going to go around the long way?
Well, I whisper we should go around the long way in case those Goron want to maybe amp. Then we can come off the pass.
Oh no! I tell you exactly what's going to happen. If we go around a long way, we're going to go right past them, and they're going to be shit talking us because we didn't go to the temple. There was nothing there because it was a fairy tale.
Fair point. Fair point.
Just say.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
So hatchery.
That works.
Sounds like hatchery.
Okay.
That works for me.
All right.
I don't need that psychic damage.
Everybody, give me a stealth check as you pass through. For when you pass through the headed pikes. The only thing I'm looking for is that's exactly what I'm looking for.
I haven't got one of those. Shit.
So
It would actually be the 21 because of the special armor I have, but roll 20 still makes it roll at disadvantage.
that's we're about to have something interesting happen, I believe. Deacon, let me look at your. I have to look at your inventory.
Yeah, I got the. I have to run now. I have to run in a random direction. Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay. So, you guys start to kind of cut through the hatchery, and as you do, Deacon kind of trips over one of the pikes, and the moment he does, he just takes off like a shot and runs towards the western wall outside of the hatchery.
I would like to scream, "Oh God, it's touching me! Oh God, ew!" Because I tripped over the pike and it landed on me.
Yeah. So Deacon has a very specific has two very specific items that he had purchased from a used magical shop. And one of the caveats to this
Mildly cursed.
yes.
Mild.
So one of the caveats to this used magical shop is that the items either have a diminished effect or they come with some type of negative reaction on a failed save. So his boots indicate that if he ever rolls a nat 1 on a stealth check, that he has to exhaust his movement continuing on in the same direction. Which, in essence, absolutely breaks the stealth check. So as everyone's kind of weaving through these heads on pikes, all of a sudden the Gorons see Deacon kind of running in a westward direction, yelling, "Yeah, they're touching me! They're touching me! They're touching me!"
Very heroic.
Yes. So this obviously does catch the attention of the four Gorons by the campfire, and they just start laughing their asses off. So Granite turns to Onyx and he's like, look, he's getting creeped out over the little heads.
Deacon, what the heck, dude? You okay? Hey, come back here. Where are you going?
It's my boots. Oh God, and it's icky. Ah. I imagine he's just got like dirty fucking rot at him at this point. He's like trying to brush it off.
Yeah. It's
No,
seeping in, it's everywhere.
It's stinky, okay? I don't like the stinky.
So
Then I just kind of like you see him like just flushed with embarrassment at this point. As he kind of like slinks back over. Like he doesn't have the self respect at this point to actually run back over. He just kind of does like the walk of shame.
so Granite calls out and he's like, I guess you didn't find that fairy tale ending you were hoping for?
Hey, there was something in the wall over there. You guys haven't seen that?
Oh, something in the wall. Okay. Sure. Well,
No, seriously.
like, well, I hope what was ever in the wall wasn't too hard on you guys, because we've been over there plenty of times, and there's just walls. There's nothing there.
What do you mean there's just walls? You know what? You're right. Yeah, just walls.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Listen, it's okay. I mean, listen. Your friend got scared. You're trying to save face. It's a dark and scary cave. I get it. Like, listen,
Yeah.
this place isn't made for everybody, and that's kind of why we're here.
No, yeah, you're right. Well, maybe we'll see you again.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, have a good evening, day, whatever it is right now.
Thanks for the thanks for the laughs, guys. We appreciate it.
Oh, you're quite welcome. We're back in, every Tuesday at 5.
Okay. I need a deception check from Gully. At advantage. At advantage.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Okay. Deception. There we go.
All right. Dirty 20. All right. So you have free range at this point to exit the cavern uninhibited.
Beautiful. Okay.
All right. So once you make your way out of the cavern, where would you like to head to? Or wait, but before you do that, so as you head out of the cavern, like Romeo kind of like stops everybody and he's like, so that was quite an adventure we had. We killed the Dodongo and we fought bandits, right?
No.
No?
What happened was what happened was he
Gosh.
translated ancient texts for us that came straight from the mouth of Darunia. We can all vouch for the fact that you and Gully managed to translate for us, and in return, you got to speak directly to the former chief of Hyrule, who gave you direct instructions for how you could help us and make good on some of the sales you've had in the past. By which I mean, of course, you will be helping us look for a very ancient artifact that we are known of because you and Gully translated, and also because, Darunia directly requested that we go on this quest for him, and now you have a much bigger quest ahead of you, and one that is much more respectable than simply fighting Dodongo.
And he says that he thinks I would make a great chief.
Yes.
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 If it well, that might not be too believable. So he's sending us on a quest.
Yes.
And he thinks that
You have potential to be a great warrior.
Yeah, if I can prove to be a good leader, then I would make a great chief.
Yes, but you have to prove yourself first. So first step is getting out there and doing more adventuring. See,
Yes.
As otherwise, can't just say, oh yeah, you get ticket now. Gotta like actually do things, back it up, just like Father did.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and since you're in contact with a guy who knows this, you will be our guide, if nothing else, for when we have to find this guy, who is part of the quest we got from Darunia. So we all blends together, and technically none of that is a lie.
Right. Right. That's better. That's
I pat him on the back and just say, you can back me up, but let me do the talking. Okay?
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. So we're gonna head back to the village now, right? Because it's I don't want to forget nothing.
Right. But I think, what time of day is it at this stage?
At this point, it's like late afternoon, early evening.
Okay. I say, but first, one thing that we're going to do is we have to do a little bit of traveling. Gotta pick up some lava for a quest that we have to make some potions. And we have to get you a little bouquet of fire flowers, and also us some fire flowers, so that you can properly say that you've recovered some things, and you have a gift for the princess. I'm sorry, chieftain's daughter. I don't know how. I'm not sure what that called. But yeah. So you have a nice bouquet of flowers, and that look very good for you. You see?
Yeah.
Big,
Okay.
big friendship.
All right. So we're gonna do some looking for stuff first. Gotcha. All right. So let me see. Let me get my traveling counters. All right. Got my traveling counters up. All right. So packages. Sorry. All right. So we're looking at, let's say, 4 hours of travel. So there is a travel result for fire flowers. However, since we are also actively looking for fire flowers, those can also be obtained in a no encounter role. So establishing what we're looking for in a no encounter role. We'll be looking for fire flowers and what else? Lava. Lava. All right. And yes.
Sorry, what was that, Lito?
Magma.
Yeah.
So let's see. We will consider those both D6 rolls if and when we can search. But let's start off with 4 D20 rolls. So everyone give me a D20 roll for encounter as we travel from Dodongo Cavern down towards Gorn Village. All right. A 3 and a 4 are no encounter, so therefore we have, let's start off with, Effine, give me a D6 for fire flowers, and D can give me a D6 for portions of hardened lava. And then we have a 12 and an 18. Oh, and 18 is also fire flowers. So Gully also give me a D6. All right. So we have two. Okay, so we found 6 fire flowers and 2 portions of magma. So while you were sitting there scooping out the portions of magma, you hear a familiar sound. And actually, you know what? I'm not going to drag it over there just yet. And you notice that behind you there are specifically 3 fire keys, which is an inconsequential battle. But let me see a turn order. You know what? Let's make this interesting. Take it down, 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 down. To the encounter page. Okay. Have a better encounter page? Alright. So, rather than simply 3 keys, where's the grid? Grid on. Alright. Let's load this up a little better. We'll throw the 3 keys in there. And we'll throw...
Ooh.
Yeah. We're going to make this interesting. Alright. And we'll throw 2 of these guys in here. We're going to have a nice, well-rounded battle. Alright. So... Okay. So, players we have. Fiend, Deacon, Gully, and Toledo. Alright.
Don't forget Romeo.
And Romeo, that's right. Because he needs battle.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was Gerudo, not Goron. Alright, and he's a 19, and Nine.
Oh, I imagine Chimkin would be with us too. Can I pull her in here too?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can pull her, right?
Nice. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Let me find her. Oh shit! I guess I can't for this one. So I do the other one.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'll try to pull her in a sec. And we already have her initiative, so we just need a token for her. All right.
Yeah.
Let me just get the Lionel initiative.
And Puck, I sent you a question in Discord.
Okay. I will check it momentarily.
I don't remember what the item does. Bad part of it.
There's Discord.
It might be fun to use it.
All right. I will check your inventory as soon as I get Chimkin up. All right. All right. So let me check your inven. Let me check Lido and refresh, so I can refresh myself on that item.
It's one of the ones from the witch.
Yeah. I'm gonna read.
It's basically you use a charge and that it does something of a 1d100. I don't remember what the counter effect was.
Okay. Okay. So if I remember correctly, what it was is that in addition to that, you roll a d20, and on a crit fail, the effect happens to the caster.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So let me take that over there, and I believe, you know what? Just give a quick touch, make sure everyone can control themselves. I definitely could have worded that better.
Yep, I'm good.
All right. You too, Lido? All right.
Good.
Okay. So we're starting off at the very top with Gully.
All right. So, Gully is going to go big.
All
He's
right.
going to, he's going to go into his giant might state. And then he doesn't have enough speed to get all the way to them, so he is going to hold right there. And that's his turn.
All right.
Actually, that was a bonus action. So, as an action, he is going to. That's a bonus action as well. Well, that's a bonus action. Great, these bonus actions, but gosh darn it, I need an action. And that's a bonus action. Okay, so yeah, those are all bonus actions. So that is his turn.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So then we are going to go to Chimkin.
Okay. So, I would imagine for the ride, Deacon tends to ride her when she goes places.
Mhm.
So, is it fair to say he's on top of her?
That is fair.
Okay. So she's gonna go over to Romeo. And Deacon's just gonna say, "All right, time to teach you how to fight stuff." And she's gonna grab him by her like by the shoulders.
Okay.
And she's going to sorry, that was 35, so I can move 35. Like at a diagonal, like in the air slightly, so she's like, 10 or 20 feet above ground as she moves over here. I imagine like picking him up could be like an object interaction, but it can be an action if you want. I just want to run that by you before I take any other actions.
I would consider that a grapple.
Okay, cool. Then she will be right here.
Okay.
And that'll take her action. And yeah, she'll just be like kind of hovering up there a little bit.
All right. Sounds good. And then we're going to
Actually,
go.
I guess, no, if it's gonna be a grapple, I'm sorry, she'll probably just leave him at ground level so that he can actually do something on his turn. So like being stuck in the air and shit.
Okay. So
Sorry.
yeah, I would say releasing would be a free interaction. A
So
free
yeah,
action. Yeah.
yeah, she'll just kind of let him go down to the ground, like not flying too high, just above the ground,
Okay.
And Deacon will naturally be in the same position, so he'll be like just like 5 or 10 feet in the air above him. So.
Sounds good. All right. So now we're going to go to this fire keys. And that's all it can do. And then we're going to go to Romeo. One, two, three, four. Who's going to make an attack on the fire keys with his hammer?
Damn.
Yeah. And first action of the battle, and Romeo takes out a fire keys.
Nice.
Now we are going to go to the Cursed Bokoblin. And I believe that's... Do a quick check. But I believe that's it. All right. Yeah. And then we go to Deacon.
Okay. So, I am going to cast Hold Monster at 7th level, allowing me to target hang on, let me give me 1 sec. I think they have to be within 30 feet of each other before okay. Yeah, they have to be within 30 feet of each other, so never mind. Okay. That won't do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to gesture at him as I like take out my well, I need a casting focus, so I take out my rapier in this instance.
Mhm.
And I pointed at him, and I say in my own, well, a prison built of regret and sorrow, and I snap my fingers and cast mental prison at 6th level.
Okay. On the
So it has to make on the big Lionel dude.
on the red line. Gotcha. And that's a what can I save? Wisdom?
Intelligence.
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 All right. It's the red line. Intelligence save.
All right, it succeeds. It has to take 5d10 psychic damage.
All right.
And it doesn't suffer any additional effects other than taking 15 psychic damage.
Gotcha. Okay. So it takes the damage. All right. Got it.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna chuck an inspiration back to Gully real quick, so that he has that to work with. And then I'll end my turn.
All right. You got it. All right. Now we're going to go to Athene.
Logic is telling me I have the best chance of hitting the keys. But instead I'm going to cast the guiding bolt at Lionel.
Nice.
And probably miss.
A 10 does not hit. All right.
Yeah.
Any other actions for Athene's turn?
Actually, yeah, let's quicken spell. Actually, no, that's too far away. Never mind. That'll be my turn.
All right. And now we're going to go to Lido.
Okay, so Lito is like, I got this. I'm going to use a new toy that I forgot I had.
No.
So I'm going to go right there and pull out the weird wand of wonders I have. And it's got a range of 120 feet, so I'm going to put it right on top of him. I'm going to use a charge. And let's see what it does. Find something cool. So 55.
All right.
So I cast Darkness.
Nice.
Okay. You correct.
And I have to roll a d20 first.
Oh,
Right.
there was only a way I could get over there quick while that darkness is there.
And it doesn't backfire.
All right. So you're casting darkness on the Lionel, right?
So it's, yes.
Okay.
It's now in the dark.
Gotcha.
And I kind of look at it going, that was interesting. Wonder what else it can do.
So let me see. It's a 15-foot radius. So let me put a radius on that bad boy. Or 15. And all right. So it is enveloped in a 15-foot radius of darkness.
And just so that way you know, since it's on him, when he moves, it goes with him.
Right. So I'm going to randomize his movements.
Okay.
All right. Anything? Oh, and it's his turn next. So let's do some random rolls. And we're doing 2d8. Four and 2 and a 4 and a 7 and a 4 and a 4 and a 6 and 1 and a 4. All right, and that yeah, gotta love it. And that is let me give a quick check on that.
Oh shit! Sorry.
You okay? All right. So he is going to. I'm going to roll one more d8 because he's going to fire breath in a random direction. 2. 10, 15, and yep, I am rolling damage on this. That is 8d6. Okay, so you guys see this fiery cone come out of the darkness and envelop the nearby Keese. And as the cone of fire dissipates, the Keese is now glowing red. But that will end the Lionel's turn as we go to the Cursed Bokoblin. Makes his way, and Keese and Keese goes. Okay, so this one is going to attack Romeo. .21 will hit. All right. Deals 1 point of damage and an extra d6. So 6 points of damage to Romeo. All right, so Romeo takes damage, and then we go back to the top of the list with Gully.
Alrighty. So, Gully is going to move forward 30 feet. 10, 15, 20. And he will invoke his, let's see, 60 feet. Yeah, he'll invoke his Storm Rune. I'll pop it in just so you can see. But basically, he's for a minute giving advantage or disadvantage on an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check as a reaction to anything he chooses within 60 feet for the next minute.
All right.
And that is his turn for now. He's trying to get closer.
All right. Gully's creeping up, and now we go to Chimkin. Are you muted, Deacon?
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. Sorry. Yeah, she's gonna fly over here. Take a Deacon with her. And since he's affected by darkness and he can't see us,
Mhm.
and I don't think we could technically see him, can we? Like it's like a 20 radius or something, right?
Yeah, it's a 15-foot
I
radius.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. So I guess I probably shouldn't do this. Let's see. Then I'll back up a little bit. I don't know if you can see me to take the attack of opportunity, but fair enough then. So okay, I'll realize I walked into the dark and just kind of like try to fly backwards a bit. You're welcome to take the attack of opportunity if you want.
It will not take the attack.
Okay. And yeah, I can't actually do anything with that. Oh, oh, she's gonna move down here then. I don't have anything else for her that'll end her turn really.
All right, sounds good. And so that will end Chimkin's turn as well, that fire keys is dead. So we're going to go to Romeo, who's going to make another attack on a nearby keys. And then it will definitely hit on a 19. And we'll take some damage, which will cause Romeo to end his turn and take an additional 5 + 1, 6 points of damage from the fire cloak. All right. So that concludes Romeo's turn, as we now have 2 deceased keys. And then we're going to go to the Bokoblin, who's going to come up 5, 10, 15 on Gully. And this cursed. Okay. It's going to make a bite attack. A 21 to Gully. Is that it?
That will hit.
All right. I need an athletics check to break the. Okay, so it bites you and it kind of like cinches into your skin and grapples you. So I need for 5 points of piercing damage and give me a athletics to break the grapple.
What kind of check is it?
Athletics.
Did you say athletics?
Yeah.
All right, and let's see.
Don't forget, I believe you have advantage on this for being one size larger than the thing that's grappling you.
Finally, there we go. Athletics.
All right, you as it like sinks its teeth into you, just kind of like grab it and like chuck it off with absolute ease. As we now
Cool.
so
Cool.
only taking 5 points of piercing damage as we go to Deacon.
Actually, only taking 2 heavy armor master.
Nice. All right, 2 points of damage. All right. So Deacon, you are up.
Okay. So, I'm gonna look at the Lionel. And
By the way, you're still within the darkness.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I just kind of
15
realized
radius.
that. Hold on, let me make it. I just realized I didn't make it visible.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all. Okay.
There we go. Is it
All
visible
right.
now? Better?
Yeah, now it is.
Okay.
All right. So I'm
But
just gonna say, hop
honestly,
backwards then.
yeah, if you wanted to take it a step back, because Deacon would know whether or not he's in darkness. So if you want to kind of like, retro that you were in the spot you're in now.
Thanks, appreciate it. But yeah. In that case, I am. Let me check. I gotta check the ruling on spell rate. So I have to see him is the question. Okay. Oh, I have nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna go take shots at the book goblins.
All right, you got it.
Okay. So this one will be to the one that's not the one that's this one. Yeah, there we go. That's not by Gully. I'll take 2 shots at.
Okay.
Huh. First shot, 15.
A 15 will hit.
Nice. 22 piercing damage from my +1 magical crossbow. So it does 22 damage. I'm going to increase my damage and armor class by actually no, I'm gonna save that inspiration. It's my last one. But I'm gonna use my Master's Flourish, which allows me to do a D6 instead.
Okay.
So that's free. So I get +2 damage and +2 armor class until the end of the start of my next turn.
Got
So it's 24 damage, and then I'm gonna shoot him again.
it. Okay.
That's an 11.
11 will hit.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So he takes 18 piercing damage. Once again, and I'm gonna use my bonus action crossbow expert to make 1 additional shot, as my object interaction for the turn was just to pull that out.
Mhm.
And okay. And yeah, 17 more damage. All just on the same target, to be honest.
Gotcha. Got it. All right.
Okay. And then I have my turn.
Okay. So, the attacks, even though magical, did appear to not do full damage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to go to Athene.
Okay. Wrong button. I'm going to make my way up a little.
Okay.
Still trying to take cover behind Deacon. No. Sorry. Gully. Ignore me. And I'm going to try and cast a Sacred Flame on the good goblin.
Okay. The one that is next to Gully, or the one that is further away from Gully? Okay. Got it.
The one that's further away.
Okay. So Sacred Flame. Switch back to my thing. Where is... All right. And that's a dex save.
Mm-hmm. DC 15.
All right. Fails the dex save, and that is radiant damage. All right. So as you hit him with the radiant damage, you recognize that it actually takes additional damage, indicating a vulnerability.
Oh.
So all right. So he kind of cries out as the sacred flame just kind of makes contact and sears it away. All right. Anything else for Athene's turn?
No, I think that'll be it. Thank you.
You got it. And now we're going to go to Lido. There he is. All right.
Okay. So Lito will take the wand of wonder and go, I like that. Put that in the bag. Take out another wand that's kind of broken and looks like it's been glued back together, but hey, it works. And he'll yell out to Ikun, you want to be able to see him or do you want to wait for him last? Motioning to, the Lionel.
Appreciate it. We'll save him for last. He seems like he's
Okay.
okay.
Well, I'm going to hit him anyway. So
That's
I'm going to
fair.
use my wand of magic missiles. I'm going to use 5 charges
Mm-hmm.
and send 7 missiles at him.
All right. Give me some damage.
So 18 points of damage. And since this is the special one, okay, it doesn't come back at me.
That's 18. There we go. All right. So the magic missiles kind of like pierce through the darkness, and you can hear them just make impact on this Lionel. All right.
Actually, should that one at the end be a 7? Or
Yes.
5?
Yes, it should.
So yeah, so it should actually be 25. Or 24. 24. It's damage, actually.
Additional 6. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. All right. Anything else on Lito's turn?
I'll just be like, let me know when you want it gone.
Appreciate it.
I'll just end there.
Sounds good. And let's do some random
Hey,
movements.
chicken, come get me.
I can help you next if you want.
Oh, wait. First, I got to roll his recharge. All right, it fails the recharge. And D8s. Let's get some movement going. We got 2, 3, 7, 5. Okay, so at 5, he's going to bump into Deacon.
Fair.
And he's going to take a swap with the sword.
Still be at disadvantage, though.
Right.
That'll miss.
13 misses. All right. And then he will continue his movement. That was, all right, so we're at 3.
Was the 5.
Yeah, 5 was the last one. And then we do 3, 4, and 2. So we go 3, 4. Attack of opportunity?
Actually, yeah, I do have my Yiga short sword in one hand, so
Okay,
I will. I'll make a shot.
go for
Let me make sure I have something in a minute. Find it. I literally do not have it, so let me do like a target X plus proficiency. So 20. Sorry, plus. Yeah. Hang on. Sorry, I'm. I don't want. I want to make sure I'm not cheating. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. So my attack roll is 14 to hit, so I think that misses anyway. So.
Correct. And then for his final movement, he moves 1 point up, and that will end his turn as we go to the Bokoblin.
Okie doke.
15-20, who's going to make a bite attack on Gully. 18.
That's a miss.
All right, 18 is a miss as it tries to sink its teeth.
Oh, crap. You know what? All of these are supposed to be a disadvantage. He's got a cloak of displacement on.
Yo.
We will We'll make a note of that.
Well, he missed already, but yeah, just going forward.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. The one remaining fire keys is going to make a attack on Romeo. 14, that's going to miss. That's dead. All right, so now we go back to the top of the order with Gully.
Alrighty, so as much as he doesn't want to fool with these things right here, I guess he will, because they are getting a little too close to a fiend. So
They're getting
he
clean.
is going to begin swinging.
All right.
Alright, so the one that hit him first, the only one that's hit him, he's gonna swing on that dude.
All right.
Yo.
Crit. Nice.
Oh man. Ooh.
All right, let's see some nice.
Where's the damage? Where's the damage? Roll the damage. There we go.
35. Oh, 40.
Whoa.
Nice.
Alright. I'm assuming it's obviously still there.
Yeah, it's not looking great, but it's still kicking.
Alright, so second swing.
Dirty 20 will hit it.
I'm assuming that 20 hits.
Yep.
Alrighty. We'll do that damage. Maybe. There we go.
Me too.
Oh, wait, actually, let me check something real quick.
And
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta add some extra damage in. I mean, either way, it's going to. I have to double the fire damage. So
Nice.
minus that. Oh, we might have something here. Plus 13 and plus damage. Or critical hit. No, not okay. Yeah, he's gone. That
Nice.
okay.
that crit just negated everything. So he is negated any visibilities. So that one is gone.
So did the first hit kill him, or the combination of the first and the second?
The combination did. He had
Okay.
at the before factoring in the second set of fire damage, he had 10 hit points.
Okay. All right. And so then finally, we will bonus action smack this last one. I don't think a 13 hits.
A 13 does hit.
Oh, okay. Then we don't need to use that yet then. Okay. Well, never mind. We'll just go ahead and pop him for 6 points of damage.
All right.
Just a quick thing.
Yep.
You can't see the damage on the VOD.
On the what?
On the actual Twitch stream. It's not showing any damage.
Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Is that better?
Yes, there we go.
All right. It will get an attack of opportunity, but he's got to get away and do some stuff.
Okay. So he will take that attack of opportunity. Nope. 11 will not do the trick.
All right. And that ends Gully's turn.
Sounds good. And now we're going to go to Chimkin. Where is Chimkin? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Well, she is confused now. She's also in darkness, and it's been a couple of seconds, so she has no idea. But to evade having to do the same movement thing, we'll just She's gonna just fly straight up until she's not in darkness anymore.
Okay. So that would be 15 feet.
Yeah, that works. That works.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. Okay. Yeah. She's going to. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong page. I was for some reason I was looking at the Twitch stream. And I was gonna attempt to move through that thing. So yeah, she's gonna move like straight 15 feet. She's gonna move like 30 feet over here. And then try to still be out of it. But yeah, she's gonna wait for Leto to throw down the thing that'll make that go away that he was talking about. And just kind of perch like 15 feet in the air above here. Actually, make it a 20 feet just in case he comes and fire us in the darkness.
Okay. So you're are you holding an action, or are you just like talking out loud about preparing for stuff?
Talking out loud because I can't hold like a movement action or anything, so I gotta like there's nothing I can really hold unfortunately for her.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, that'll end her turn.
Sounds good. And now we're going to go to Romeo, who's going to attempt to potentially finish off the final keys. A 13 will hit. And yep, that'll do it. As that Keith now falls dead, but Romeo still is going to take some damage. And 1 plus the 5 is 6. Alright, what's he looking at? Okay, Romeo's still looking okay. But with that, we go to Deacon.
Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I see a couple of options here. Really, honestly, I'm just gonna hold an action, to like make a crossbow shot at the Lionel when appears. If I can, actually, no, never mind. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make that ready shot. And Gully, do you still have your inspiration from earlier in the battle, or did you use it? I'm sorry.
No, I haven't used it yet.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, that'll actually end my turn with the ready to action.
All right, sounds good. Now we're going to go over to Athene.
Okay, I don't know how close this Bokoblin is, so I am scooting away before casting a guiding bolt at it.
All right. Ooh.
Crit.
All right.
Yes. Good stuff.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
I got a pretty good idea where this is. Yeah, that's.
Oh my god.
Level 2.
Athene just obliterates this thing.
37.
Executed with impunity.
Yeah. 20, 30. Yeah. Yeah, it had 20 hit points left, and that was a vulnerability, so it was just completely annihilated.
Destroyed.
Any other actions on your turn?
That would be it. Thank you.
You got it. All right. So now we go to Leto.
Okay, so Leto will just walk over here and go, I guess I should drop it. Anybody?
Yes, please.
Okay. I will drop concentration on the darkness, so it will be gone. And then, I believe it's close enough.
You guys never let me play in the darkness.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I will, just because the fact that I think it's funny, I will thorn whip him.
All right, Thorn with the Lionel.
The 15 hit?
A 15 just hits.
Wow. So 5 points of damage, and it actually moves towards me.
All right. So let me subtract the damage, and I know Thorn is usually 10 feet, but is there a difference because there's a size difference? Resident rules lawyer.
If the creature is large or smaller,
Yeah.
it's
no,
good.
Yeah,
No.
it's good.
It's good.
It just works.
Oh, yeah.
If it was any
Smooth
bigger than that,
technique.
it wouldn't work, but yeah.
All right, so 5, 10. Oh, it's so close you can feel its breath.
Okay, guys, anytime you want to kill it.
I do have a ready to action to take a crossbow shot at it.
That's right. All right, let's see the crossbow shot.
Okay. Sharpshooter, as always. Pew pew. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Okay. And honestly, I'm gonna add my my D6 to damage and armor class, just in case. Hey, 26 magical piercing damage, and my armor class increases by 6.
You got it. All right.
I would also like to make audible pew pew noises.
Pew pew. All right, the breath attack does not recharge. As we go to the Lionel, who's going to take one more step closer to Leto and just unleash. First attack. Did that go through? No. First attack again. 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right, that's
Hits.
gonna hit you.
20 points of damage. Okay.
All right. Wait,
No.
hold on.
Sorry, just so that's clear, those are like not added together.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm about to fix that.
Oh.
Because the sword is one-handed, so we're going to take the D10 damage, which is 13. I'm just going to remove the other damage so it doesn't do that anymore.
Wait, it's one-handed or two-handed?
It is two-handed.
Gotcha. Okay, because you said one-handed. I'm not trying to contradict you. I'm just saying I was.
Oh, I yeah, I'm mumbling. Because
Gotcha.
it does not. Yeah, it does not. This there's a sword and shield variant, and this is not the variant one. So with the versatile weapon, it's using it two-handed. Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
So we're going to try the second multi-attack.
No.
No. All right.
Not it.
And it's coming back for one final melee attack.
That hits.
Dirty 20. That's going to be. Okay, there we go. That rolled better. 17 points of damage.
I'm full up.
All right.
Fine.
I'm not okay.
No, I'm fine. It's hasn't done more than half of my hit points yet.
All right. Well, Gully is up.
All right. So as Gully is heading over, bonus action to invoke his hold on. Yeah. Bonus action to invoke his heal rune. So he'll have 2 runes going.
Mhm.
And that is going to give him resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing for the next minute. All right. And then he will make his first. Actually, if he goes here, can he get advantage or
Yep.
no?
He will be flanking there.
Okay. All right. So he'll go there for that advantage. And then make his first attack. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit.
All right. And with that, come on, damage. And because that first attack did go ahead and hit, he's also going to slap the fiery shackles on him. Needs to make a DC 18 strength save. Either way, it's also taking 2d6 damage, unless it's got resistance, blah, blah.
All right. It will give the strength save and notable point, none of the fire damage seems to have any effect.
Which is fine.
Oh my god, I must roll the wrong card. Where is it? There it is. Oh wait, nope. I was looking at the wrong card. It takes half fire damage. Okay. But let's do the strength save. That fails the strength
Great.
save. Okay, so
now it is restrained.
all right. And all right, so let's
For
figure
1
out.
minute.
Let's do the 19 slashing damage and the fire. Excuse me. Half on the fire, and then half on the fire shackle. Got it. Okay. And he's restrained.
So it gets to make it's restrained. It gets to make a save at the end of each of its turns to get out of the shackles.
Okay.
So with that, Gully will take his next attack. Yep, 28 hits.
Yep.
Come on, damage. All right.
All right. So
And that is Gully's turn.
Nice.
very nice. All right. It's still looking okay, but that was a nice chunk of damage. And all right. So now we go to Chimkin.
Okay. So she is going to fly. Let's try over. Can she fly like above him and like claw at him?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just be like right on top of him, and she's gonna take just the one swipe with her claws. So I imagine doing it with the beak would be kind of unwieldy.
Well, you know what? If that were the case, I might have Deacon make a deck save to try to stay mounted.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna do the claws thing from above. Just explaining my logic there.
You got it.
Okay. So 17 to hit.
A 17 will hit.
Cool. And that means she gets 2d6 plus 5 swipe damage, non-magical slashing damage for 16 slashing damage.
Oh wait, actually, you have advantage on the roll.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, just in case I crit, let's find out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh. Okay.
Nope.
So 2d6 plus 5 is 16 points of damage. Got it. Still looking okay.
Okay. That'll end her turn.
All right. And then with that, we're going to go to Romeo, who you know what? I want to You know, since this is like his real first outing, I would say like the fire keys are one thing, but a red Lionel is a little bit out of his skill set. So I'm going to have him, before he does anything against this Lionel, I'm going to roll a charisma check. And I'm gonna...
Can I spend like my reaction to cheer him on? Okay, if not, I was just curious. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. That's fine. No, I was just curious. Don't worry about
But you know what? I'm gonna put the... I'm gonna go to charisma save. Put the save at like 10.
Nice.
Okay.
Look at him go.
So he musters up the courage to approach. In fact, that puts him in flanking. So he's going to Warhammer smash this guy. 27, absolutely. And I think I probably need to fix that Warhammer. Yeah, I need to fix that too. Take the bottom number because that is the two-handed for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. All right. And this line is really... Oh no, he's definitely looking worse for the wear at this point. He's he's got less than a third of his life left. But with that will end Romeo's turn, and we will go to Deacon.
Okay, so from my position, do I still have advantage on my attack rolls?
He's still restrained, so yes.
Still? Okay, cool.
Oh
so
wait.
In this
Actually,
case,
wait. Let me see if he crits. I forgot to roll the advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, he doesn't crit. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Cool. All good. So I'm gonna do sharpshooter, and I'm going to just take a couple of shots at him.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, 23 to hit with 20 damage. I'm going to spend my last inspiration to add a D12 to actually I'm gonna use my the one thing that I have almost never used, which is the slashing flourish, which allows me to like... Will that work here? Sorry, I just so essentially but yeah, anyway, I'll before I get into that, I literally haven't used this in so long. Would he be... No, I'm on top of Chimkin, so he's within 5 feet of me. I can't do that. Okay, so he's not within 5 feet of me. Alright, so I'm gonna just say add it to my armor class for the sake of ease. Anyway. So that's only 2 damage anyway. But yeah, so he takes 22 piercing damage from the first strike. My AC goes up by 2. I will make 2 more attacks against him with my hand crossbow. 17 for the next one.
Yeah, 17 will hit.
Okay, he takes 18 piercing damage. And then I'm going to make 1 final one. With my bonus action.
He is spiraling.
Only got an 11. Rip.
Unfortunately, 11 does not hit. All right. Does that conclude Deacon's turn?
Yeah, I guess it does. Sorry.
All right. Sounds good. And then we go to Athene.
Okay. I'm actually going to cast Healing Word on Lido first.
Okay.
at level 2, so
All right.
sorry, it's only 10.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There you go.
And then I'm going to Sacred Flame the Lionel.
All right. So Dex save from the Lionel.
Because he's restrained, he has disadvantage on this. As part of the condition.
You're right. Well, he's already failed the save. So,
Fair point.
all right. So Sacred Flame is radiant damage. Let me just give a quick check on. All right. So it is going to take 9 points of damage, and it is hanging on by a thread. Does that conclude a fiend's turn?
Oh, right, yes, sorry, it does.
Okay. All right. So Lido just... he has a turn after you, so make this count.
Standing in front of him, he starts, boxer style on his feet. Like, oh, you like the sword, huh? How about you try mine? And I'll take out the Zora blade and swing it at him.
Nice.
All right.
And of course.
No!
Of course that would happen.
Yeah, as a reaction.
That's how it always is.
As a reaction, I will give Lido advantage on that roll.
Okay.
Come on, Lido, you can do better.
There
How
than
about a
that.
natural 20 then?
Hey,
There you go, Lido.
there you
That's
go,
what I'm talking
boys.
about.
That's a reroll.
So
That's very
32?
How
Those dice
would
are
you
doubled.
like to describe this?
So Leto does a nice little flourish where he goes around the back, goes back up, goes over, and then just straight and underneath the neck, right through.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, that was a hell of an outcome. Okay.
Good stuff.
So, we will...
Thank you, Gully.
You're welcome.
That was a hell of a teamwork right there. That whole thing. So, we have done our traveling counter rolls. We have looted on our lava as well as our fire flowers. Let us pick up next session. We'll start off with the looting. So give some good thoughts as to what you would like to loot, and then from there we will venture a very short distance to Deathmount to Goron Village, and we will see what we can find out about more information from them, because we have a guy walking around Hyrule Kingdom somewhere who made a very expensive purchase to an ocarina that the party has a vested interest in obtaining. We have the ghost of Darunia asking for the destruction of said ocarina, which is, as Deacon has known and expressed, the key to getting into the Fire Temple. So we will see what happens with that, and we have really had a lot come out in our game tonight. We've had a lot of new lore to expand upon. We're getting very much closer to potentially getting into our first temple and seeing what lies within, seeing what has taken the great Chief Darunia and put fear into his voice. So, for everyone that has tuned in and for everyone that is watching on YouTube, once this is posted. Thank you. Thank you for everything. We appreciate it, and you are all wonderful. Definitely tune in next week because we will, in our chat session, we will talk about what happens in. We will go over recap. We will talk about lore. We will have time to go into greater depth with this thing. And we will also hopefully have new progress and mechanics in our new game system to unveil. So, with that, thank you, everybody, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Hey guys.
Everyone.